In the quiet town of Eldridge Hollow, tales of Crescent Hill had circulated for generations. Rumors whispered in hushed tones spoke of a shadow that lingered there, an ominous entity whose origins were shrouded in mystery. Amidst this backdrop, a young journalist named Emily Hayes arrived in town. Driven by curiosity and armed with a sharp wit, Emily had heard about the legend of the shadow during her college years. Emily was not without her quirks. She had a penchant for wearing mismatched socks and could often be seen jotting down notes on every scrap of paper she could find. Her unyielding determination to unveil the truth often put her at odds with her editor. Determined to investigate, Emily spent her days interviewing the townsfolk. She talked to everyone from shopkeepers to retirees, gathering snippets of odd occurrences and hidden secrets. People spoke of strange lights that flickered through the trees at night, of eerie sounds emanating from the thick of the woods, and, most convincingly, they spoke of the old manor house that stood deserted atop the hill. Once the residence of the reclusive Davenport family, the manor was now a crumbling relic of faded grandeur. The Davenports vanished mysteriously some decades ago, leaving their home to be slowly consumed by nature. Compelled by her findings, Emily prepared for a night at the manor with a backpack filled with essentials: flashlight, camera, notebook, and snacks for courage. As dusk settled, Emily began her ascent up the winding path to Crescent Hill. The manor loomed larger with every step, its dark silhouette outlined against the moonlit sky. As she approached the threshold, the air seemed to thicken, enveloping her in an unsettling silence. Determined not to succumb to fear, she pushed the creaky door open and stepped inside. The interior was a tapestry of dust and decay, cobwebs dancing in the corners. Her flashlight beam cut through the darkness, illuminating fragments of the past: tattered drapes, overturned furniture, and books scattered across the floor, their pages yellowed with age. The first whispers reached her ears then, a barely perceptible murmur that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Emily paused, heart pounding, straining to catch any coherent words. As she stepped cautiously through the winding corridors, the whispers grew louder, echoing grotesquely off the walls. She followed the sounds, drawn deeper into the heart of the house. She reached a door, slightly ajar, at the end of the hallway. Shoving it open with trembling hands, Emily was confronted with a disquieting scene. The room was empty, save for a single photograph hanging skewed upon the wall. The image depicted the Davenport family, gathered in front of the very manor where she stood. Their expressions, seemingly frozen in time, were unnervingly serene. Emily's attention was drawn not to the family, but to a shadow cast upon the wall in the photograph, a form that mirrored the vague, sinister outline she had come to dread. Realization dawned on her. The shadow over Crescent Hill was not merely a figment of imagination, but a fragment of the past refusing to fade. The Davenports had bound themselves to their home.